Hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest, 8-second gaming, and in today's video we are going to be talking about Revenant Reborn. His abilities have finally been talked about, we see how they look in game, and a lot of people are wondering how meta is he actually going to be. Well, let's break it down, talk about it, and see where he will kind of fit in Apex. But just quickly, if you guys are here and looking to take your Apex skill to the next level, then you need to check out the GameLeap website right now. Over there, our top level coaches are creating the best, most highly informative guides to make you the best player you can possibly be. Doesn't matter what you struggle with or want to learn, we have solutions for you. And of course, we are going to be pumping out guides on the new Revenant when he comes out. So if you're interested in that, click the link in the description, pick yourself up a membership, start to improve today. But okay, let's hop into everything, and we are going to be breaking down each and every one of his abilities, and then at the end we're going to be kind of doing a little bit of a summary and talking about where he really fits into what the meta is going to be. And I know some people might be sitting there saying, well, how do you know what the meta is going to be? The season hasn't even come out yet. How are you kind of guessing this? And it's basically from experience. I have thousands of hours in Apex. I've been playing since the game came out. I've seen every single meta. I've seen every single character go through every single form that they've been in. So through that experience, you can kind of gauge a little bit and see exactly how they're going to be played out. Is it possible to change in the future? Yes, but if it does happen, we'll make another video covering that. But okay, let's jump into Revenant's actual abilities now. And to start off with, obviously, we got to talk about the passive, Assassin's Instinct. This is a two-part passive because Respawn loves their two-part passives. And the first part of his passive is just his old passive. He still has the ability to faster crouch walk and also climb on walls. But with the rework, they have added in a little bit of more horizontal movement. Now, I do think that this is actually a really good idea for them to keep Revenant with this ability. It's kind of the staple of his character. It's a really cool ability that he has and allows him to push in a way that no other character can do. If you want to take high ground on somebody like Valkyrie or Horizon, there's audio cues, there's visual cues. People are going to be able to tell that you are pushing up on their high ground. But with Revenant, you can just start to climb a wall or a building or something like that and come up completely unexpectedly. With the new way that his character is going to be moving, I think this is a fantastic idea for them to do, and with the more horizontal movement that you're going to have, you can do some really cool stuff with this potentially. But the second part of his passive is anybody within 30 meters of Revenant who dip below 40 health are going to be highlighted for him. But if he's the one to get them below that threshold, the entire team gets the highlight benefit. Now, I am a little bit biased with this one because me personally, I don't think that they should be adding any more wall hack abilities into the game. It's not something that's healthy for competitive environments. I don't like it, but objectively speaking, this is a really good ability. Again, with the way the Revenant's going, this is going to be fantastic for him because they're pushing him more towards an off-angling secondary fragger. Before, he never actually really had a spot in the team comps. It was a little bit weird, but now with these new abilities, he actually will have a specific role. It will be pretty good, and this will allow your team to really know who you are focusing without even having to call it out. You do a lot of damage, you don't even have to talk to your team, they know who you have hit and they know exactly where they are. It's going to be great for teams that might not even be able to communicate because some people don't use their microphones, but you're still going to be able to get that information out, your teammates are still going to know where they are, no callouts needed. It's a cool ability objectively speaking. Moving into his tactical though, this is called Shadow Pounce. Now, he did get the ability to silence people taken away. Again, I'm a fan of that. I don't think that you should be able to be silenced in the game, but to make up for taking that silence away, they have added in a new mobility tool for him. With this, you can either do a really short jump or you can charge it up to make it a massive leap. It is essentially Vantage's tactical with the echo jump, but with the added benefit of being able to have the shorter distance that you can jump. It seems kind of lazy once again that Respawn just ripped Echo's tactical and was like, yeah, Revenant can have it. They did tweak a few things and change some stuff around to fit his kit a little bit better, but this is just Vantage's tactical, and Vantage was already kind of a ripoff of Pathfinder's tactical. When you break it down to its bare bones, it's a robot that is able to just jump to a new location that is basically just Pathfinder. Now, before I just completely go off on that rant, again, this will be good for his new character. With the position that they are trying to push him in with that secondary fragger who's taking off angles, this is going to be great for him to close gaps and get back to his team potentially. The issue that some people have when they go for an off angle is they overcommit to something and they get singled out. With this, you have the opportunity to either jump back to your team or jump to them when they're being aggressive and pushing the people that you're doing damage on because they're highlighted for them. It's going to make his kit a lot better for his character, So it does fit, it does make sense, and you're also going to be able to immediately start wall climbing with this, allowing you to actually have a little bit more freedom with your escape or mobility tools, and you can probably do some really cool creative movement techniques with this. But moving on, we have his ultimate Forged Shadows. This is a complete rework of his death totem. Instead of it being a placeable on the ground, it essentially just makes a force field shadow thingy around you that absorbs extra damage, making you a little bit tankier when you go in for the kill. You are going to be able to absorb an additional 75 damage. Do keep in mind though that this only blocks stuff like melee, bullets, explosives, things like that, but it won't block any massive AoE effects. Something like the ring or thermite grenades, Fuse's ultimate, caustic's gas, that is still going to damage you. So there are ways to counter this, and Revenant is not going to be able to just run in like a madman. He still will have to think about things going up against specific characters. This is a fantastic ultimate. It has its uniqueness that makes a character extremely viable, but still has counterplay. Just because you see a Revenant pop this ability does not mean that it is game over, because if you have a thermite with you, you can just counter him. He'll either have to go to a separate area or push through the thermite and take that excess damage. There's still going to be ways to deal with it, but if Revenant is able to play smart or pick and choose the times that he's using it a little bit better, then he will be able to get massive benefit out of this, and I am actually a huge fan of this ability. Now that we understand his abilities though, is he going to be meta defining? And the short answer, no. But the long answer is a little bit more complicated than that. With these abilities, Revenant is actually going to be falling into a place in the team. He's actually not going to be a troll pick anymore. Before, Revenant didn't cover a spot on the team. He was technically a secondary fragger, but he didn't really have anything to offer the team other than his death totem. And even with the death totem, you had to be running it with a specific team comp in order to get the maximum usefulness out of it. You had to be running with somebody like an Octane or even maybe an Ashe in order to help Revenant get to that fight faster. But if you were a solo queue player, you couldn't really rely on your teammates to pick around that team comp. So you were losing out quite a bit. But with this new Revenant, he's going to be more self-sufficient. Like I've said many times, he's going to be an off-angling secondary fragger, so he's going to be more solo playstyle. With that solo playstyle though, does come a drop in the meta. When you go higher and higher into the tier list, the characters that are up there are ones that have a lot of utility to offer the team. Right now in Apex, a lot of fights are how much utility you can use. But if a character like Revenant is only benefiting himself, then there's not a whole lot that he offers to the team. It really boils down to the person playing him. He's going to be cool and he's going to be a lot more fun, and I really think that this is going to be the new pub stomping character, but I don't think that he is going to be very massive in a lot of different ranked team comps. Maybe some people that are going to be playing more edge and being more aggressive are going to be able to utilize him, but for the vast majority of team comps, he's not going to be a must-have, so he's not really going to be an OP meta-defining character. Could that change in the future? Absolutely. We did see it with Seer. His Watson showed everyone how strong Seer was, and then every single team was running a Seer. So if this does happen, of course, I will be making a new video to keep you guys updated, but let me know in the comments down below where you think Revenant is going to fall in the meta. And if you guys want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Thanks all for watching. Once again, amazing game. I'll see you guys in the next one.